Sylvanas, your foul deeds desecrate this sacred place. Undo Falador.
Malfurion, how gracious of you to join us. Who would have guessed that you had come to protect your precious trees?
Be gone, witch.
No! My eyes! It burns. Where did you fly away to, little bird? Prepare the blight! Let it rain down upon their armies!
There must be another way, War Chief.
This is no time for sentiment, High Overlord. War demands that we take a more direct approach.
It's killing her own troops.
Retreat!
No! They must not escape!
Azeroth calls to you, champion. She offers a gift. One born of her own essence. The very heart of Azeroth. Infuse this amulet with power. It might be the only way to save her.
I require the services of one whom I can trust, completely. To win this war, the Horde needs allies. The boy king has something that does not belong to him. I want it back. You are to infiltrate Stormwind and liberate a political prisoner. One who could change the course of the war. In our favor. Are you up to the task?
We will not fail you, my queen.
Oh, I know you won't.
Do not be so hasty now. You can try to subdue us and likely succeed. But do you have time to waste?
No, it can't be.
Seems a mage of your skill could be very useful right now. Hmm?
This isn't over.
My king, the Horde has only come to steal our Nearville for their undead war chief.
This champion defied the might of Stormwind to save Zul and me. Such bravery merits an audience, Father.
Enough! I will decide what to do with this outsider. Jacques Razette speaks true. You seek our fleet's might against the Alliance. But my daughter is right as well. Rescuing her showed great courage, a trait I admire. Halanji worries that I do not see our true enemies. Know that I am not as blind as she fears. Let us see If the Horde can prove its worth to Zandala, let them stay in the Great Seal as my guests. For now.
Only the Zandalari may walk those sacred halls. The law steers.
The law is what I say it is, for so long as I am king. The eyes of the kingdom rest upon you, champion. This day, I name you Speaker of the Horde.
Time is short, so I will be brief. I plan to lead an expedition into the swamps of Nazmir to deal with the threat to our northern border. However, if you want our navy, you need the support of my father. Here in Zuldazar, his advisors plot against you. And then there are the schemes of Jakrazet in the deserts of Vol'dun. I have no doubt he is as big a threat to the Horde as he is to my people. We cannot be in all places at once. I leave it to you to choose your priority. Review your maps and decide which plan you will see to first.
No! Habutu! Traitor! Caesar!
You should have listened to Jelanji. You have grown stagnant, old friend. You let our kingdom rot and decay. But I have foreseen the Troll Empire rising again. No more treaties with outsiders. No more bargains with Loa. Blood is our path now. The path of Gahun!
Should we go after them?
No. In time, they will come to us.
Your visions had best be right about this.
Heretic! You trespass upon sacred ground.
Ah, he arrives. The lower of... what do we call you now?
Mind your tongue, traitor.
Razan. Do you not understand? I am not your subject. And you have no place among kings.
I knew the blood trolls were a threat, but I never imagined this. If that monstrosity is freed, it will mean the end of Zuldazar.
Now you see. Now you understand. Gahun gonna claim ya all.
We are getting out of here!
Data recovered. Corruption originates from Old God contained within Nazmir. Designation, Gahun. 3 devices were created to seal the corruption. Scans indicate Nazmir and Vol'dun devices currently inoperable. Last functioning seal, Zuldazar.
An old god? This is why the blood trolls assault my city. If the last seal is destroyed, that monster will be unleashed upon Azeroth.
That's right, Princess. Your fight be hopeless. Cahoon gonna be free. Once Zandala lies in ruins, the empire of the old gods be rising again.
No! You will cause no more harm to my people. Your madness ends now!
Out of the way! Bringing in the big guns! Time to earn our pay! Fire at will!
Fools! Cahoon not gonna feel your power be useless!
The shield! It has begun to fade!
You heard the princess! Let her rip!
We need to speed things up. The king has nosy visitors. That could pose a problem.
You do your parts, General, and I will do mine. Trespassers! You will die in these dunes!
Everyone, break ranks! Make your way to safety! Get as far from these snakes as you can!
Jacques Rosette is a traitor, but the king won't act without proof.
Please, Rakira, don't do this. You'll get yourself killed.
You know I must, Kaja. Duty before all else.
Belongs to the first keeper. His name was Solthis, and he died at the hands of Korthek. Long ago, Mithrax the Unraveler descended upon our lands. He slaughtered all in his path, Troll and Sethrak alike. Our Loa sacrificed herself to save us from that monstrosity. She struck the Cathrax down, but not before it was able to destroy the disc at the heart of Atulaman. After witnessing his destruction firsthand, we knew that something must be done to prevent anyone from raising Mithrax again. Although immensely powerful, Solthis could not create the barrier alone. Korthek and I lent him our aid, and together we sealed Mithrax within the Great Pyramid. As the sands continued to spread, Korthek grew hungry for war. He plotted to unearth the Kithrax and use him as a weapon to conquer the continent.
A weapon? This must be what Jacques Rosette is after. A Cathrax.
We need to warn the princess.
Korthek raised an army of like-minded Sethrak, and they began to slaughter those who opposed them. Solthis was the first to fall, but not before safeguarding his key. Those of us still loyal to Sethralis were forced out of our home and into hiding. We have been fighting the Fateless ever since.
This ends here, General. The plots, the lies, the murders. You will not escape your crimes any longer. This ends now. Give him a clean death. We have seen enough suffering for one day.
Suffering? You have not seen true suffering. Not yet! But you will!
No, it cannot be.
He was the final sacrifice. We have failed.
No. Shatter the final seal.
Come, Mithrax. Come, Unraveler. The final seal must be broken.
Showed him, leader of Zandalar. Show the blade to those that need to see it the most. Give them peace.
This was not my achievement.
You brought the champion to these shores against your father's will. You learned the secrets of Gahun when no one be listening. You set in motion what be needed to save your people. Now more than ever, they be calling for a leader they can love and trust. Show them the blade. Become the symbol they need.
Behold the blood of Gahun! By his will were born the deaths of Shadra, Hyrik, Torga, and Rezan. By his will were born the deaths of so many of our brothers and sisters. Let this glaive be displayed as a reminder that no matter how far we fall, no matter how much we lose, we are Zandalari. We adapt. We find a way to survive. If it were not for this hero of the Horde, our losses would have been far worse. This proves more than ever that it is time for us to adapt, to become part of the world again. Zandala forever!
Zandala forever! Zandala forever!
Strength and honor, blood and thunder. Mere words to others, but everything to us. We are the last survivors of a proud tribe. The uncorrupted. The unbroken. The Magha.
With ancient words, I invoke your most ruthless phase. With this offering, I demand to wear your darkest face. Elul, give me the instrument of your vengeance! Now we shall have justice. The Night Warrior lives within me.
Every Kultiran would gladly lay down their life if it meant bringing Daelin's killer to justice.
You only broke me out of that cell because you need something from me.
Very perceptive, Lady Ashvane. I believe we have mutual interests to discuss.
Seems we need to find our own way back.
Such is the way of things. This war has taken many turns. It seems to me our current path is perilous.
Indeed, my friend. The Horde is at a crossroads once again.
This be giving me a bad feeling. Why bring the fog if there be no ships to hide?
It does not make sense. Unless they wanted us to be in Nazmir. They have deceived us! My father stands alone to defend the city.
Those are lion snakes.
Our home is under siege. Return to Zuldazar at once!
One someday!
Oh, my. Does the mighty Rastaka need old One Samdi's help yet again?
Aid us, or you will be the lower of a ruined kingdom with no one to remember your name.
Rise, fallen one. Zandala, be ours forever.
Sylvanas! What reason could you possibly have for this madness?
Derek Proudmoore was a hero to the Kultirans. They are sure to stage a rescue attempt when they learn of his fate. And once his mind has been properly conditioned, we will allow the Proudmoores to recover their long-lost prince, so he can slaughter them in their sleep.
This is too far. How many times must we forsake our honor?
There can only be victory or death for us, Bane. And death is mine to master.
What is this? Why am I? What have you done to me?
Why, Lord Proudmoore, I've given you a chance to reunite with your family. You should be grateful.
Vol'jin, son of Sen'jin, once war chief of the Horde, hear my voice and appear before us.
Talanji, your voice be a mighty one.
Vol'jin, is it really you, my old friend?
Bane, your heart beats strong and true, just like your father. I'd be glad the demons didn't take you.
Sylvanas led us to victory in the war against the Legion. But since then, she has done much to strain the honor that binds the Horde together. I must know, when the voice spoke to you, bidding you to name her war chief, what spirit was it?
Ah, my young friend. Death be dark. Me memory not be what it once was.
Was it one someday? Did he crave the death she would bring?
The memory. It be denied me by the shadows. Shadows that be coming for ya. Watch out! You come back. Did you find the spirit of Vol'jin? Or you here to make a deal?
Loa of Death, your servant Vol'jin has called to you, yet you have turned a deaf ear to his pleas.
What? No. You be mistaken, Talanji.
Speak plainly. Was it you who urged Vol'jin to name Sylvanas war chief?
Mind your tone, old man, or you'll be talking with your father soon enough. Sure. Why would me want the Banshee Queen in charge? No. Sure, I'm an Alpha Warren dead, but that's Sylvanas. She be tipping the scales too far. Balance be important. Besides, that one got a nasty habit of keeping what she kills. No, your war chief be no friend to old one Sandy. Your words are trouble we do. Step forward, speaker of the Horde. Maybe there'll be a way to find the answers you seek. The voice I heard as I be dying, telling me to name Sylvanas war chief. Was it yours?
The Banshee Queen's schemes
threaten the balance. I had no hand in them.
Enemy spirit, being trapped in this world. Is that your doing?
Vol'jin, your soul has walked on the other side and returned. You have been altered more than you know. You are neither undead nor damned. You do not belong here. Leave this place at once.
I do not like the look of this. I suggest we go, quickly.
Leave now, or stay forever. The choice is yours.
People of Zandala, I stand before you, having proven myself to the lower. But it is your trust that I must earn. Many questioned my judgment when I reached out to the Horde. But without their aid, we would have collapsed under the weight of our pride. These mighty allies have given Zandala new strength. A glorious future awaits our empire, and we must embrace it together. Will you stand with me? Zandala forever! The Zandalari have ruled this land for thousands of years. With the Loa's blessing, our sacred blades and mighty ships commanded the seas. But over time, our empire grew stagnant. We stood alone. Threats from without and within rose up to challenge us, to test our faith. Now, I am queen. And together with the Horde, we take our rightful place among the great kingdoms of Azeroth. Zandala forever!
I have troubling news. It seems there are traitors in our midst. Most of you need fear nothing. But Derek Proudmoore didn't flee to Kultiris by himself. He had help, didn't he? Zelling.
Stop! I returned Derek Proudmoore to his family. You raised him as a Forsaken, but you planned to deny him his free will, to violate his mind. I could not stand by and permit such depravity to unfold.
Thank you for your honesty.
Banshee! Are we nothing more than pawns in your game? You betray the Horde!
No. He did. And so did you. Take him.
Others will see you for what you are, Sylvanas. You will leave the Horde in ruins.
There is no place for weakness in our ranks. Remember your loyalties.
Greetings. I am the Matron of Tenacity, Herald of Endless Research. Designation, Mother.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Magnet.
Visitor identified. Designation, Speaker. Presence of Speaker indicates imminent threat to Azeroth.
Exactly. We need your help, Mother. Azeroth's dying, and nothing we do seems to heal her.
Error. Uldir facility designed for old god experimentation and containment. Planetary rehabilitation not within operational parameters. Recommendation. Relocate Mother Unit to Chamber of Heart facility.
No offense, but if me flying machine couldn't carry Magni, I doubt it can haul a Titan Watcher all the way to Silithus.
Acknowledged. Waygate activation advised. Destination coordinates encoded within Heart of Azeroth.
Well, you heard her, champion. Let's get to it!
Hear me, God of the Deep. I have brought you the Opener. The bringer of truths. The torch that lights the way. Honor our bargain. Free me to find my own fate.
Go. But the blade must remain to serve my will.
A fair exchange. Shadows guide you, my dear friend. We will meet again. I am certain of it.
I have dreamed your destiny, mortal. The hour is close at hand. Where it was sunken shall rise. All that was sleeping shall be awakened. Receive my gift and see all truth before you.
What are you waiting for? We have the enemy in our sights! Fire!
Good. Our guests have arrived. I must say, that was a delightfully dramatic entrance. Behold, the wonders of Nazjatar. The finest sight your eyes will ever behold. And the last.
Can you get us to safety?
She is preventing teleportation.
Please do stay. Explore all the comforts my kingdom has to offer. I will hold the waters at bay, so long as I remain entertained.
Tell our champion what you've found, Mother.
World Unit, Azeroth, cascading toward terminal failure. Evaluation. Possible to reverse condition by amplifying Heart of Azeroth.
Amplify it, you say? How?
Infuse Heart with magical essences, capable of nurturing World Unit, Azeroth. Example, energies once granted by Titan Watchers to primitive draconic lifeforms.
The dragon aspects? But they gave up their powers to save the world from Deathwing!
Readings indicate other compatible essences coalescing in numerous forms and locations. Collection of these essences necessary to fortify Heart of Azeroth and its wielder.
We've got a lead on where to find the first of these essences. Are you ready, champion?
Clean as Azara, more landwalkers approach.
They seek the Tidestone. But I will not leave it unguarded, as they so foolishly did. You are bound to the Tidestone's might, Zarisa. Use it to wash away this unsightly intrusion.
At once, my queen.
Thrall. Jaina, the Alliance? Here?
Our king sent us to rescue his friend.
We too have come to save Bane.
His odds will improve if we work together.
Agreed.
Time is short. Let's move.
Bane! Thrall... Jaina...
These chains are warded against magic. I'll need time to pick the lock.
This feels wrong. Sylvanas must have known we were coming.
Indeed she did, traitor. You and Lady Proudmoore.
I have no quarrel with you.
Have you forgotten the Purge of Dalaran, murderer? Today, the Sunravers will be avenged.
And your vendetta is with me, and me alone.
No. You will watch your friends die, just as I did.
I've got him free!
Stay close. I'll get us out.
Incompatible presence detected. Unworthy subjects will be neutralized.
Uh-oh. That can't be good. Got it! Get that thing under control! Hang on. I got an idea. Give me that gnome! Hey, Bright Eye! Over here!
Phew! Looks like you handled that situation, boss.
A good thing we kept one around. Now we got a lead on the next location. This has gotta pay off!
Azara's forces are routed. We have broken her hold on the Tidestone.
Our way into the palace remains blocked.
The Tidestone's power could be used to shatter the barrier, but I cannot control its energies on my own.
Perhaps we could. Together.
So be it. It is done. The way is open.
Azara's reign must end.
Azeroth called me to be her speaker. She sensed a time of great darkness drawing near. Through the rise of unspeakable evil, we've clung to a single hope. You, champion, You are Azeroth's hope. Thanks to all you've done, that amulet has become mightier than we ever thought possible. Now, let's get back to saving this world.
Sarfang, son of Koruk, supreme commander of the might of Kalimdor, High Overlord of the Horde. He led the charge against the Lich King. He defended our world from the Legion. Sarfang inspired all of us to strive for true honor, and his legacy will live on in our deeds.
When the Alliance and Horde marched on Ahn'Qiraj, it was Saurfang who valiantly commanded our combined forces. Today, his courage saved thousands of lives on both sides of the battle. His sacrifice will never be forgotten.
You have earned your warrior's death, old friend. Now, greet your son with honor and glory.
Azeroth, I wasn't certain you made it out of Orgrimmar. If the traitors knew of your service to me, they'd have put you in irons. Or worse. Sarfang's ill-considered challenge may have ended the war prematurely, but it doesn't matter now. Countless souls have been fed to the hungering darkness. Though I cared nothing for the living, I did pity the Forsaken, for the great injustice that made them what they are. I understand the cruelty of fate better than anyone. But despite all I taught them, they stubbornly clung to hope, to life. They will learn the truth, along with all the rest. My bargain with Azshara will yet bear fruit. The armies of Azeroth will fight her master, and he will line their streets with corpses. In the end, he too will serve death. Enough reflection. There are preparations to be made. Nothing lasts. When next you see me, you will understand.
Ah, Jaina. What a relief to see you safe.
Hello, Kalia. Big brother.
Word has spread of what happened at Orgrimmar. Is the war finally over?
It will take time for all the pockets of fighting to be quelled, but... yes, I believe so.
Azeroth has seen so many wars, so much strife. I pray we have earned a respite.
As do I. Have you been able to find peace in your own heart, Derek?
I still have some rough seas to sail, but I'm much better now. Thanks to Kalia. Without her guidance, I would have been truly lost.
I'm so grateful you brought us together, Jaina. This time with Derek has helped me as much as it's helped him.
In the wake of this war, others will need to find their footing, their future. Perhaps you could guide them, too.
I'm not sure how much help I could be. I don't have all the answers.
Maybe they don't need answers. Maybe they just need hope. Like I did.
Well said, big brother. Come, let's take a walk.
We Volpera have always been resourceful. No matter the adversity, we do what it takes to survive and keep our family strong. The Horde helped us when we needed it. And now, it's time to return the favor. A fair trade, if you ask me. A whole world of adventure is awaiting you out there. Explore it, and become a hero. For the Volpera, and for the Horde.
In life, you were a hero to your people. For their sake, you made the ultimate sacrifice. This is the hour of your dark rebirth. Death's power grows. Rise and become my champion.
Circuit established. Restoring power. Error. Forge operating at 37% efficiency.
37? That can't be enough to keep Azeroth protected.
Affirmative. Additional power sources required. Initiating query for suitable alternatives. Stand by.
It looks like our work isn't done, champion.
We know little of the Amethet, save that they believe themselves the sole defenders of the Titan's great works. In their eyes, all others are corrupted by the curse of flesh, and are enemies of the Makers. It is imperative that they be kept away from the Forge. To the west, another threat looms. Terrible monstrosities have emerged from the sands and gather in great numbers. Though we suspect they hail from Ankh-Kiraj, they are unlike any Kiraji or Silithid we have faced before. And worst of all, our priests are plagued by unrelenting nightmares. They see our cities burning to ash, and our people turning against each other. I fear that these visions are but the harbinger of something far more dire. We must prepare ourselves for disaster. As you have seen, the Mantid have begun to swarm. I did not realize they had grown so bold as to invade Mogushan vaults. This is far too early for another cycle to begin. The rise of their new Empress must have spurred them to action. Meanwhile, our scouts report that a massive Mogu army is assembling in the north, in numbers not seen since the days of Lei Shen. With the attention of the Golden Lotus divided, the Mogu clearly see an opportunity to conquer the Veil and subjugate everyone within. Most troubling of all, though the Veil has been cleansed of the Shah's corruption, a tangible sense of dread lingers in the air. The High Keeper speaks of a looming threat that we are powerless to stop. I cannot draw him out of his malaise. Perhaps you will fare better.
There we go! You can use that console to connect us to the Chamber of Heart.
Remote link established. Awaiting circuit completion.
Hold your horses, lass! This thing didn't exactly come with instructions. Ouch! That stung! Wait! It all makes sense now! Connecting the power circuit! What's this? Interesting! I'll remember that for later. There! The link is up!
Acknowledged. Rerouting power to Forge of Origination.
Enough! You cannot break me like you
Dragonflight will purge your master from Azeroth!
Impudent dragon! All of your kind will bow before Nizar!
With me, champion! Let us bring this to an end! The final truth, hidden form.
We're going to lose the chamber! There's no way to stop him!
There is always a way. Save our world, champion. No matter the cost.
Warning, corruption levels approaching 100%.
No! You got to keep fighting, champion!
Through your flesh, my Black Empire is reborn.
Don't listen to his lies! You don't belong to him! You're a child of Azeroth! Her strength is your strength!
Attention! New anchor point acquired.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
Acknowledged. Firing sequence initiated.
Hold on, champion! Since being wounded by the Mad Titan, Azeroth has been crying out in pain. In her hour of need, she lent you her power. Today, at long last, she's free from the grasp of the old gods. Her song rings clear and strong throughout this chamber. Hold her heart with pride. Know that you are more than a champion of your people. You are a champion of Azeroth!
The Alliance has sent word. They have agreed to the armistice. This bitter war is finally over.
At last, we can begin to heal our wounded Earth Mother, and the wounded Horde as well.
One question remains. Who will serve as war chief? Perhaps you, Thrall, would...
No. I told Sarfang I would not lead the Horde again. But perhaps the question is not who should become war chief, but whether there should be one at all.
Though the Horde has changed through the years, for good or ill, we have always looked to a war chief to guide us forward.
That legacy must end. The war nearly cost us everything. There is no place for a war chief in a time of peace. It is true. The Horde has changed. Our ranks have grown, and new voices have stepped forth to lead. This is what makes us strong. All of us, building a new future together.